Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Josh Thomas here from the BitBlock, and I'm doing a hopefully very quick video, maybe about 5 minutes or so. Who knows? I don't know how long it's going to be. I just want to do one more video before the Switch presentation later tonight. The time that I record this, it is 4:46 a.m. I have not slept yet, and I'm getting a little bit sleepy, so I wanted to do this video beforehand because I don't wake up till like 3 p.m. So I'll be wide and awake for this Switch presentation. 10 p.m. is like the equivalency of 1 p.m. for me. It's 10 p.m. Central Time here. I don't know if you can hear that, but there are a lot of trucks driving by. I don't know why they're driving by at 5 in the morning. So this video is just going to be my final thoughts on the Switch presentation, a few little predictions, things that I expect to see, and yeah. So my final thoughts are, I think I might have said this before, I am anxious, I'm curious, I'm excited, I'm terrified. I'm scared that they're going to mess this up. I have not seen... It's been a very long time since I've seen a Direct or anything from Nintendo like this that I actually thought was good. I think maybe E3 2014 was the last time that I thought Nintendo had a good presentation in any kind of form. So it's been a little while, and I think before that I thought they were pretty disappointing as well. So I think it's time. I think it's time for Nintendo to make something really fantastic. When it comes to a live presentation or a Direct or any kind of a stream. So that's one of the reasons I'm worried, It means so much to me for this thing to be good, for there to be a good variety of games and all of them be unique and fresh and new. Whenever people are talking about the Switch, like I've watched a lot of discussions, I've heard podcasts and stuff, and my chair is squeaky. I keep everything. The most common thing that I hear from people when they give predictions is they predict port after port after port, and it's like they're doing this happily, and I don't really understand that. A few ports I'm okay with, a few select ports that make sense, and they have a lot of content added to them. I'm cool with that. And in Mario Kart 8 situation, if they add a battle mode, I'm more than cool with that. I'm ecstatic by that. But then it's like, it's just there's a port for Hyrule Warriors, there's a port for Pokken Tournament, there's a port for this and that and the other. And it's just like, why are you happy about this? Why would you want ports for your new exciting Nintendo machine that is supposed to be, Nintendo's rebirth? Oh, Nintendo's making a comeback. But I don't think they're going to make much of a comeback if they try to sell us games that did not sell the Wii U. Nintendo, one of my favorite things that Nintendo says, and it's one of the few times these days that I truly agree with them, is Nintendo says that software sells hardware, which is absolutely true. The games get you to buy the machine that plays the games. So, in the case of Wii U, the games that they made for the Wii U were not exciting enough to a mainstream consumer to want to buy a Wii U. Now, I know people are I can already see the person getting ready to type the comment. Stop. You're going to type a comment. You're going to say, but Josh, the Wii U's marketing was garbage. The Wii U game sold poorly because nobody wanted a Wii U because they didn't understand it. No. That's not the case. Sally, mother, soccer mom, whatever, went to the Walmart, went to the Target. They said, oh, okay, I want to play that new game on our Wii. Oh, I'm sorry, man, but that's not on the Wii. That's not a new system. There's a new Wii out, and that's what that gamepad controller is. And they said, oh, okay, well, we don't care then. So don't give me this nonsense where it's like, oh, people were confused. They were confused, then they went to buy it, and they realized it wasn't what they thought it was, so they wouldn't have bought it either way. The games on the Wii U, there are a select few that were very exciting, very cool, but there weren't enough. A lot of the games on the Wii U played it very safe. They were unremarkable. And even when they were well made, they weren't anything to cheer about. They weren't anything to get excited about. They weren't anything to plop down $300 on a console for. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Really well-made game, lots of cool stuff there, but it's just another Donkey Kong side-scroller like the one you could already get on the Wii or the 3DS, and it's just, so I really feel, I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent, but I really feel like porting so many Wii U games to the Switch without making any kind of really substantial changes or adding substantial amounts of content, it's not going to be that good. It's not going to do much. So I'm hoping we don't get a lot of ports later tonight. And if we do, like I said, I'm okay with a few. Mario Kart, good. Smash Brothers, sure. Sakurai is nearly killing himself. I don't want him to make any more Smash Brothers. Give the man a 20-year break or something. If you want to port, if you wanted to take the 3DS content, the Wii U content, mash it together and give me that on the Switch, maybe add a couple characters or something, brilliant. I'll take it. But I think anything beyond Mario Kart and Smash Brothers, I don't want. I think you're going to be going overboard. Don't do that. So we'll see. We will see. I'm really excited to see what this Super Mario game is, Super Mario Switch. We saw very small little pieces of it. My guess is that it's going to be Mario traveling to different parts of the world, or different areas are all themed over different parts of the world. I'm kind of hoping that's not the case, because that does sound a little bit lame for a Mario game, but I think Nintendo could maybe pull that off. Or maybe that's just a coincidence that the one that we saw looked like Mexico or something like that. I don't know. Could just be, this is just a little Mexican-themed level or world. I hope that it is more in line with Super Mario 64 or Sunshine, in the sense that we have big open environments that we get to explore. I want big open playgrounds, I want a sense of scale. I want a sense of adventure. I don't want it to be like, here's a timed level. Jump on the flagpole at the end. No more of that. That's not a 3D Mario adventure game. That's a 2D Mario masquerading as a 3D Mario. I ain't having no more of that, Nintendo. Breath of the Wild, it's funny because I think a lot of people talk about that as if we've seen so much of it. I've heard some people that are like, I don't want to see any more Breath of the Wild. What? We've barely seen any of Breath of the Wild. Like, we haven't seen boss battles. I think we've seen like some mini bosses that can occur in the meadows and stuff, but we've not seen a single boss battle. We've not seen a single temple or dungeon. So there's so much about that game that has to be unrevealed yet. So just showing us like one dungeon or one boss battle would go a long way. Because as much as I think Breath of the Wild looks fantastic, I can't wait to get it and play around with it. But there are certain elements of Zelda that you shouldn't take away. And exploring dungeons is one of them. And big epic boss battles is one of them. In fact, so far the Breath of the Wild stuff, while again I'm not bad-mouthing it, it's not been very action-packed. Hasn't been a lot of action in the trailer, except for the original one where Link was running away from one of the Guardians in that little teaser thing. But other than that, it's been a pretty laid-back game, and I feel like now is the time for them to really show us a lot of action, boss battles and epic fights and puzzle solving in temples. So I'm hoping they show that later tonight. That would be a really good thing. And then other than that, honestly, I don't really want to comment on any of the rumors. I'm not really going to bring any of those up. Obviously, they're out there, and I don't know if they're true or not. I'm not really going to give them the satisfaction of being another person that's talking about them. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. If I just had to throw something out there that would make me go crazy, there are probably two things. Brand new Pikmin game for the Switch that looks fantastic and has good ideas implemented into it. I would also love multiplayer. I don't think you can take that out of Pikmin. That would be really downgrading the series. So a Pikmin game that looks really good. And of course, an Animal Crossing game that looks really good as well. A real Animal Crossing game, not some Amiibo Festival, not some make your own house thing simulator. Something that's a genuine sequel to New Leaf. So Animal Crossing or Pikmin would really blow my mind. A battle mode would blow my mind. Actual battle maps, maybe a few ways to play in Mario Kart. That would blow my mind. A Metroid game that looks like it's made by a competent developer for a change, that would really excite me. Between Team Ninja or whatever it was that made Other M and Federation Force. I kind of think Metroid is a series that I don't like anymore, so I'd like to see it redeem itself. I love the Metroid series so much, but man, the last couple games have been pretty blech. And I don't know if Retro Studios would work on it, but there are plenty of developers. I think Metroid needs to go to an American developer again, because I think there's a lot of American studios that would do Metroid right in the same way that Retro did. I think that should happen. So a Metroid game would blow my mind, especially if you get to play as Zero Suit Samus from a third-person perspective. That was unnecessary. So yeah, those are just a few things that would excite me. But rest assured, I'm going into this with a very open mind. Probably going to be a little loopy. We're going to have some wine beforehand. We're going to have some wine set up for us to make us a little bit more forgiving, just in case the Switch presentation is a little bit lame. We won't notice it because we'll be a little bit... whatever that meant. This has been sitting out. It's been sitting out a little bit too long. But I'm going to wrap this up. Just a little video I wanted to do. send out some good vibes. Nintendo, I believe in you. Even when you were making crap like Amiibo Festival, I complained about it, but I still believed in you. No matter what happens, there will always be a little spark of hope inside of me that can be ignited like a blazing fire in a matter of a second. Which side is my heart on? Seems like this side. We'll say this side. That's where the little spark is. I don't even know which side my heart's on. It's gotta be this side, because I can feel it. That's my heart. Okay. Thank God. I thought maybe after these last 2 years of dealing with Nintendo games, I lost it. So listen. It's gonna be good. It's a good time to be a Nintendo fan. Between the Switch reveal tonight, Nintendo theme parks, Nintendo movies, TV shows probably coming out, man. It's a good time. Even wore my fancy Mario shirt. There you go. All right. So, yeah. We're going to be doing reactions tonight. They will be going up pretty shortly after the big event. And I hope everybody's happy tonight.